This is my disc destroyer. It's a mean little machine with one job, testing grinding discs. With so many grinding discs and countless reviews, it's hard to separate fact from fiction. This is where the disc destroyer comes in. It cuts through the noise, delivering real results. No bias, no sponsorships, just cold hard tests. Grinding discs can face a lot of real-world challenges, like high and low pressures, hot and cold materials, and of course, fast and slow speeds. This machine tests it all, so that we can finally find the truth in the reviews. Today I am testing the Neiko Type 29 flap disc, coming in at $2.09. This disc has some positive reviews, highlighting its fast removal speeds and long durability. And this reviewer wrote it's a good quality flap disc and great for cleaning up welds or rusting metal. However, the negative reviews told a different story. One reviewer said the disc is poor quality, wears out way too fast, and it's the worst they've ever used. Another unimpressed reviewer said the disc was only good for the first 5 minutes before it was worn down to the nub. So are these reviews fact or fiction? Let's test them to find out. Let me break this down for you. Each disc will be grinding this test bar to see how much it can remove within 20 minutes time. This will chart out its story and tell us exactly how this disc behaves based on how much material it removes at any given point. But if the disc stops effectively grinding the bar or just straight up disintegrates, the test is over. Let's begin. For the first experiment, I simulated light pressure grinding. To do this, I used a 4-pound weight, roughly the weight of a grinder. When the test started, the disc removed material at a very slow rate. In less than 5 minutes, the spark stopped flying and amps dropped, which told me that this disc wasn't grinding effectively anymore. When we took a look at the test coupon, we saw the disc took off less than 2 inches. These results were definitely lining up with the negative reviews, especially lasting only 5 minutes. Next, I wanted to see how well the disc would perform if we simulated grinding a hot weld. So I heated up the first few inches of the test material. This time, the disc performed somewhat better, grinding off just over 2 inches of the coupon, but it lasted less than 5 minutes again. To investigate this disc further, I kept the 4 pounds of pressure, but changed the grinder RPM. I dropped the speeds down from 11,000 to 6,000, just to see if that is what is getting this disc the good reviews. By the end of this test, the results were nearly the same. The slower cold test cut about the same amount of material off as the high-speed test, but the hot test cut off even less this time, as we can see in the graph. And they both still only lasted 5 minutes. After looking at these Neiko flap discs, it's easy to see the discs are glazing, or losing the abrasive quality way too early. So how did this reviewer get such good durability while showing no signs of wear? And how can we replicate their experience? Maybe they used the disc while applying more pressure, which could help grind more material before glazing. To find out for sure, I upped the grinder speed back to its maximum RPM and swapped the 4-pound weight for 8. And when I started the 8-pound cold test, I noticed immediately the disc was cutting away material at a much faster rate than in the 4-pound test. By the end of the test, the Neiko disc lasted just over 8 minutes and cut off a little more than 10 inches of material. But I did have to stop the test because the disc started to smoke a lot. It seems that higher pressure definitely made a positive difference with this disc. It had, however, lost so much of the abrasive material that it was worn down to the plastic backing. Let's see how it performs grinding a simulated hot weld under this pressure. So I added the heat, and the Neiko took off almost 11.5 inches of material and lasted about 10 minutes. I then stopped the test because it was not cutting anymore due to losing most of its abrasive material. Overall, the 8-pound hot test was an improvement over the cold test. This means the hot metal didn't damage the disc and actually gave it a slight advantage over cold. So were these reviews true? Well, according to these tests, I'm led to believe that these positive reviews achieved longer durability because they were applying heavier pressure. The negative reviews may have been using the disc with light pressure, making them glaze or wear out early on. And if you grind on hot material with heavy pressure, the disc's performance will be better. If you'd like to see the data I've collected for this disc, as well as the other discs in these tests, I've posted them at the Fireball forum, linked in the description. I'm going to keep posting more and more of these test videos, so stay tuned to find the truth in the reviews. And if you're wondering why I built the rig the way I did, how it works, and what it's all about, I have a video that goes into great detail that you should check out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.